Hi guys, my name is Evan Russell and today I'm going to talk to you about data. I will briefly discuss the fundamental concepts of data as well as three important aspects of data. These include data analytics, data mining, and cognitive computing. So what exactly is data? Data is quantitative and qualitative values that we collect to get a main idea of virtually any topic. With data you gather individual pieces of information to then present your main idea. Data can be in the form of experience, facts, statistics, or occurrences. The next question that I will answer is what exactly you can do with your data. Now, data isn't exactly important if you don't do anything with the information that is presented to you. With that being said, one should be able to measure, collect, report, and/or analyze any data that is presented to them. Now, with all of that being said, you can break down data into a pretty simple concept, which is this. Data is in fact any information or knowledge that is presented or coded that can be processed. Now, I would like to discuss the three important aspects of data that we are going to discuss in this presentation. These include data analytics, data mining, and cognitive computing. Within each of these categories, I will be discussing what each of these topics are, why they are important, as well as some information that I either found interesting or important. The first topic to discuss is data analytics. Within this, the subtopics I will be covering are the goals of data analytics, the process in which data analytics undergoes. Then I will talk about what exploratory data analysis is, and last I will discuss the techniques used for analyzing data. Data analytics may come across as a pretty tricky concept to wrap your mind around, especially if you don't have much knowledge on the topic. However, it's pretty easy to understand. The main goal of data analytics is to discover useful information. You discover this useful information through four steps. These steps include inspecting, cleaning, transforming, and modeling the data that is being presented. Next, we will talk about the process of data analytics. The first thing that you do is break what is considered whole into separate pieces. The next thing you would do is obtain raw data. By raw data, I mean data that has not yet been processed. The final step is to convert the data into useful information. As you can see in the graph to the right, data becomes information that becomes knowledge that then becomes wisdom. We will now be discussing exploratory data analysis. All this is exploring data when you may not know the information that you're actually looking for. Here are three steps to exploring data analysis. First, the data that you are looking through must be cleaned up. Then you have to look very closely at the data you have deemed important enough to stay. With that being said, this may result in additional exploration. Analyzing data may seem like a very difficult task to complete, so listed I have three techniques that could help if you ever have to analyze data. The first step is to check the raw data. Next, you may need to recalculate your information to assure you are getting correct information. And lastly, one needs to confirm their totals to make sure what you are presenting is accurate. Now we are going to move to the topic of data mining. With this, we will touch on four subtopics. These include what exactly data mining is, what the tasks of data mining include, how you can ensure that the results of your findings are valid. So what exactly is data mining? Data mining is actually a subfield of computer science. The main point of data mining is discovering patterns within large sets of data. These large sets of data could also be considered big data, which we previously discussed this semester. More importantly, within data mining, one would be extracting information for additional use. When someone comes across a situation where you would have to dig through data, just like data mining, there are six common tasks that you may likely have to complete. First is anomaly detection. The next task is association rule learning. One would then need to cluster their information. You should then classify this information. The next task is regression, and obviously the last task is to summarize the information you've gathered. The data mining field can in some ways be a difficult line of work based solely on the validity of what you are searching for and the results you are finding. With that being said, in some ways the results can come, in some cases, may be unintentionally misused. The other thing you must keep in mind is you may be studying results you could deem important, but they actually are not. Also, test sets may be used. Someone with the capability to data mine probably also has the capability to access information that they wouldn't normally have access to, which could bring up privacy concerns. These concerns could be as simple as how secure your data actually is. And with that in mind, the questions come up on who actually has access and what will they do with the data they find. Our next topic is cognitive computing. Our subtopics for this are: what is cognitive computing? What are the steps to achieve this? And alternative uses for the term. Cognitive computing simply addresses complex situations. The whole concept basically redefines the relationship between a person and the digital environment. With this idea, they tried to determine what is best rather than what is right. Cognitive computing is the combination of supercomputing, nanotechnology, and neuroscience. Out of the three topics we are discussing in this presentation, cognitive computing is without a doubt the hardest concept to understand. However, there are three steps to achievement. These are: being adaptive. You must learn as information changes. The next is interactive. You have to interact with other users. Lastly, you have to be contextual. You need to identify, understand, and contract contextual elements. Last, we are discussing alternative uses of the term cognitive computing. It can be referred to new hardware or software to mimic the actual human brain. This means you get more accurate models as well as bringing computers closer. In summary, data is complex and needs complex tools. It takes a lot of different aspects or tools to analyze the data you have. And there are different aspects of data. With data analytics, data mining, and cognitive computing, you can achieve more than ever imagined.